So when I was like a kid, my grandfather would give tours of the museum that he ran, and he would like, always make like funny suggestive jokes. And the first suggestive joke I ever understood of his was, I took my wife to the doctor the other day because she was pregnant, and I'm like, Doc, how does this keep happening? And when he told me, I was really disappointed.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
We are trying to do the most boring intro we can.
Yeah.
We don't want you to watch.
Nope.
Just maybe, if you like what you see, you can watch, but otherwise,
Yeah.
you can just back out.
It's on you.
Just video, but, I mean, if you're interested in watching and judging a family with 18 kids, be our guest.
I don't think I'm gonna judge them. I understand what Quiverful families are. That's where you.
Is that what this is?
I'm assuming. I mean, I would only imagine.
I've never
from,
seen this video. So
like the Duggars.
Yeah.
And like, a lot of the Plaths.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta fix your mic. It's bothering me.
Like, I think, and don't quote me on this, but my understanding of a Quiverful family is that it's like a certain, I don't know, fundamentalist. I learned about them from Fundy Fridays, one of my favorite YouTube channels. But they just have they have as many kids as God wills them to. And it's sort of like arrows in a quiver. Mm-hmm. So I would imagine that's what this situation is.
Yeah.
See, or it could be just, let's have more kids than the Duggars.
Yeah.
Steal that.
And then we can get featured on a YouTube channel. Could be us. Right? I've heard everybody say it could be us, and I think that's kind of funny.
Yeah, I don't think so. As the one with the
You don't want to be a
uterus.
vessel for God's spirit children? Are you ready? Let's watch this.
Yeah.
We have 18 children. Negative comments. People are upset that we're having more children and overpopulating the world.
I think when they see a big family, like, oh my God, that must be chaotic. Oh, that must be so much work.
They're pulling my pants down.
That's what I'm thinking. I was raised in a family of 5 kids, and it was like absolute chaos. At least for me as a child. For my mom, it was probably hell. She talks about like when we were kids wistfully, it was the happiest time of her life, but I think that's like Stockholm syndrome. Like
Yeah, I know. And not that I'm saying that that's what's going to happen, but I always feel bad for like kids who get like the parentification thing where it's like they're expected to take care of their siblings, and I feel like that shouldn't be like your kid's job. Like I'm thinking of like that scene from King of the Hill where Cotton and his wife are staying with the Hills and Bobby's like taking care of Good Hank, and he's just like, I'm 12. I can't do this.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
I'm already
I'm kind of rooting for him. Like they seem like a nice couple. I say if they can do it, and they can provide, like these kids look happy and healthy. Yeah. Like if it's going well, I'm not judging them. I think great. If that's what they want to do, great.
Yeah. All I'm saying is to have a family this size, you have to have a house that size, and your property tax goes up, which pays for your schooling. So sure, why not? I'm surprised though that they didn't mention anything about religion because
yeah.
Or
maybe a lot of these kids look like they're of a similar age, so maybe there's a lot of like twins and triplets and stuff.
Yeah.
So
perhaps
that could be it, because they don't look that old. Unless they had like the oldest when they were in the teens.
When I met my wife, I had 8 children.
And I had 3.
And together we've had 7.
This is a yours, mine, and ours situation.
Oh, dude.
A Brady Bunch of sorts.
I don't know. I don't like this.
I don't care. I genuinely good for them. I don't care. If they're keeping those kids safe and happy and healthy, that's literally all I care about.
Yeah.
And they seem like a nice couple. I don't care.
It's nobody's business what they do.
Right.
Like it's their business.
Right.
But it's like it just seems like that's a very excessive number.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the oldest of 5, and I love my siblings, but even 5 seems like a lot.
Yeah, I mean, my mom only had 2 kids, and she said sometimes that was a little too much for her. And she was number 4 out of 5. So.
I'm the oldest out of 5, and I had to take care of my siblings, so I'm looking at it from the oldest child's point of view.
Parentification, yeah.
How did you both meet?
My daughter had been in an accident. I was in a place where I could not communicate with her, or I didn't have all the information. She knew all the information. I didn't know her at the time. It started over just telephone, us talking, and I started calling her every day. And then in July, I came back to Spokane, and we got married 28 days later.
I didn't follow that.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time understanding.
Is she a nurse? Like, is that's what I was thinking he was gonna say. Like, she was like the nurse that took care of his daughter.
Right.
Or is she a friend of the daughter?
I'm guessing what happened is they met online through like some kind of support chat or something. Like a support room, you know, like a support group or a Reddit, a subreddit or something like that, where it's like parents who've gone through traumatic stuff with their kids. Because that's like, it sounds, because what he said.
Oh, like he couldn't, like,
Right.
I'm thinking he couldn't communicate to her because she's like in a coma. Like,
His daughter.
Yeah, that's what I was assuming. Not like I can't emotionally communicate with you.
Right.
You might be right. I'm just.
Yeah. From what I gathered from what he said, like they only talked over the phone, and then he moved to Spokane and married her in 21 days. So I'm guessing they met online because he was going through something traumatic with his daughter, and then she helped him through it or something like that.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
I like these people.
Yeah, they seem all right.
We actually had conversations prior to getting married, and I kind of like laid out some things of where I still wanted to have a big family. It wasn't intimidating. It seemed like my whole life, my whole childhood, I was like preparing to be all of their moms.
What are the difficulties of having such a big family?
Keeping things organized and everybody else on track. Those are my biggest difficulties.
Do people have any misconceptions about what it's like to have a big family?
Negative comments. People are upset that we're having more children and overpopulating the world.
Oh, that's mean.
And so that's kind of.
That is mean. What did it say exactly?
Like, they're so happy to be stupid. Like.
Yeah, I mean that's inappropriate.
Yeah, and like those kids. I mean, obviously, like we're just seeing a recorded video, and they were probably told like, "Oh, be fun, have fun, whatever."
Yeah,
but but they seem like, I don't know, like they seem like they're doing a great job. Like, who cares? What does it do to you?
I read we're judged for having 18 kids, and I'm like, oh well, probably because we both jumped to like Quiverful, like cult stuff, and they haven't even mentioned religion once.
No, they just seem like two parents who like having kids, and they I don't think they would keep having more if they were struggling.
Right.
Like, I mean, not that I'm saying that they're not. I mean, obviously, it can't be easy.
He's a roofer in Washington. He probably makes bank. And if she were, I don't know if she, I mean, with 18 kids, how do you have time to work?
Right, yeah.
But like, holy cow, like to have like a 9-to-5 job, I mean.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, dude, if you're happy, keep doing it. But my whole thing, the reason that I don't want to have a big family is because I was the oldest of 5, right?
Yeah.
And I've talked about this before on the channel. It's like, I was the oldest of 5 kids. I had to be a parent when I was like 11, And so I'm looking at it from the kid's perspective, like being part. I mean, there is like the benefit of having a big family where you have siblings that you can, count on.
I mean, I have one brother who's 4 years older than me, and then I have a stepbrother who's like 6 months younger than me. Like, I had a friend who had like siblings that, like, when we were in middle school, he had siblings that were like your age, and I was like kind of jealous. I was like, that must be so cool. And like, I'm just thinking, like, because I mentioned my mom is number 4 out of 5. Well, number 2, one of my aunts, she never had kids because she told me she basically had to be a mom to her 3 younger siblings, and that was good enough for her. She didn't want to have kids, so.
Yeah. What's crazy to me is like when I was 17, I had a roommate and he had a kid when we were living together, right? And that kid now is about to graduate high school this year or something. I don't. He's like 17 or 18 years old, and I'm like, I could have an adult son at 33. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, holy cow, that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
I don't know why I brought that up, but
I don't either.
but yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. I was telling you about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the sneak peek of that comment.
Yeah, right?
And so that's kind of one where we're like, well, hold on a minute here. We're not raising people with entitlement issues. We're raising people who are going to put into society and into the world and be more of an asset,
so
than a
cute.
liability.
There's a huge misconception. I think that they believe it's chaos. I think when they see a big family, like, oh my God, that must be chaotic. Oh, that must be so much
I mean,
work.
that looks like
It is work, obviously, but I think any home comes with work. So it's a matter of what order you put that work in and how efficient that machine runs, right?
What's Christmas like?
Christmas is, I say it's fun, but it's work. It is work.
Yeah, we're gonna drop 10K on Christmas.
Oh my
Yeah.
That's what that
God.
looks like.
So I sleep here with Heavenly and Ellie. They're both 1 and 2 on the king size, and then on the queen size we have our 5-year-old Lily, and then a 6-year-old Isabella, and a 7-year-old Krista. So that's
My aversion to all of this is really because I'm a terrible introvert. Like, and I always was when I was a kid, and it was just like, go away, leave me alone. Like, I didn't want my siblings around. And so, like, when I see this, that's my whole aversion to it. I'm like, I would not want to be this girl. 'Cause I think she's like the oldest, right?
Yeah, I just kind of feel bad that like she's obviously like a teenager,
Yeah.
and
she's
she has to
sharing
share a
bed.
room with like a bunch of
She's
like
sharing
kids.
the bottom bunk.
Right. That's
like,
that's too
oh.
bad. I feel like she should be able to have her own space.
Dude, if they can drop
but
10K on Christmas, man, get your kids separate beds, man.
that would be a lot of different bedrooms.
Yeah.
But like I get having like the younger ones sleep together. But yeah, that's too bad that she doesn't get her own space. But I mean, maybe she'll move out as soon as she can, and
Start on Quiverful.
if she wants to have however many kids she wants to have, she can have them. I don't care.
Right.
As long as they're getting taken care of.
Yeah.
Getting I can't talk tonight. Getting
taken care of.
taken care of.
Hiring
That doesn't
nanny.
feel right.
Get them taken care of.
As long as the kids are getting taken care of. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Right. You're just being critical of yourself now.
Because I don't want to sound like you. Ooh.
I do have siblings that get on my nerves. If they get in my stuff, or get in my makeup, or my nail stuff, it really ticks me off. This is where Andrew sleeps. And Andrew is 9, right?
I'm 8.
Oh, he's 8. Andrew's 8. And then this is Christopher's bed. I think he's 4.
He's 5. You need to keep
It's a lot to keep track
And this
of.
is Donnie's bed. Donnie's the same age as Andrew, and apparently he's 8. So this is a little boy's room.
My siblings do get on my nerves quite often, mainly the younger ones, because they're still trying to understand boundaries. Why can't I do this? Why can't I do that?
This is my parents' room. So the baby and Briella sleeps in here with my mom and my dad.
They're cute
And
kids.
They're
some of them
super
just
cute
like to
kids.
chill in here.
You ever feel lonely in this house?
Lonely? No. You want to be lonely in this house.
That's her speaking the absolute truth right there. Like, that's part of why I'm such an introvert, is because when I was growing up, it was like absolute chaos. It was chaos. I had to share a room with my 3 younger brothers at one point. Yeah, because it was, well, no, I had to share. Okay, so we had a double wide trailer that we lived in, right? And so it was like my parents had their own room on the other side of the house, and then there were 3 bedrooms, and it was my sister had her own room, and then me and my next youngest brother had our own room, and then the youngest boys had a little room, like they had the tiniest room. And I just got so fed up having to share a room with my brother that like one day they were all at school and I was homeschooled. So I like took all of their like the little boys' beds out of the smallest room and moved it into my room because we had the biggest room aside from my parents.
Yeah.
And so I took those 2 beds in there, and I took the smallest room for myself. And I was like, I don't care. I'll take a small room as long as I get to be alone. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun times.
Yeah.
Don't miss it at all. I'll tell you what.
Do you ever get the house to yourselves?
No.
Do you ever get the house to yourselves? Did you hear that?
Yes.
Ooh.
No.
I don't know when we've ever had the house alone to ourselves. I don't think we ever have.
No. Impossible.
What do you think it would be like if you don't have the house to yourselves?
It'd be clean. If I had the house to myself,
Looks
it
pretty
would be
good
clean.
right now.
I would take a nap. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Imagine these 2 empty nesters.
Oh my god. That would they would probably like be really uncomfortable. Or really happy.
Empty nesters. Let's have another baby.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Grandkids though. Holy cow.
Yeah,
That's
wow.
what they're gonna be counting on.
Can you just like imagine like oh well I guess they have like older kids. I was gonna say like imagine trying to get a babysitter.
What I love most about raising a huge family is really the end goal. We're molding people, so it's a huge responsibility.
Our hope
Oh god.
is that we're raising world changers, people who are going to come in and show the same grace and mercy they were raised with and make the world a better place.
I really like them.
No, they seem cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they seem like good people. Like I liked what they said about they're raising like people like world changers, not like we're raising these children to spread the word.
Yeah.
You know,
the,
or whatever.
The use of the term grace and mercy makes me think maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah,
I didn't.
but-
I didn't pay attention to them saying
Yeah.
those words.
He
so.
said grace, show them the same grace and mercy that we showed them there. But,
Oh, I didn't.
yeah, I don't know.
didn't hear him say that. I'm gonna be real honest.
I think, you know what? Good for them. If
Yeah.
it makes them happy, if they can afford it and raise them.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like kids, I'm torn because it's like, you know, as a teenager, you need some privacy. Like, that's
Yeah.
the biggest issue.
Mhm.
But the youngest kids will get that when
Yeah.
the older kids are out of the house.
Mhm.
I don't know. But I would not share a bedroom. I won't do it.
Sure,
Except for
better
with
with
you.
me. Yeah. I was gonna say, what do I have to sleep on the couch from now on?
You're out.
You know what? That's a rare, truly video where I left it feeling better.
Yeah.
Like
Same.
I found that very not. I don't know if uplifting is the right word. That seems a little too much. But
Yeah.
but it like it made me happy. It made me smile. Like
I like that.
I liked them. I liked their kids. They looked really like
Yeah.
really
This
fun.
is the first time I've ever watched a Truly video where I didn't want to like just burn the world down after I watched it. This is the first time I've watched a Truly video where I didn't feel like miserable after watching it.
or
you know?
just confused,
Disgusted.
angry.
Yeah.
Should we look at some comments?
Comments?
Some comments.
It's pretty unfair for a teenager to share a room with much younger siblings, but to have to share a bed with 2 toddlers is beyond a joke. Maybe the 2 toddlers should be in the parents' room, so at least it's only 2 school-age teens.
2 school-age kids the
Yeah.
teen has to share with.
Right.
Yeah, I do get that criticism. Like I said, like, you know, she should have her own space. But yeah, I did think it was kind of weird when she said, "Oh, they're 1 and 3." Like that's a little young
Yeah.
to sleeping in that one bed. But
Holy crap, I wonder what they do for a living? Question? That's a ton of financial responsibility on top of what seems like a full-time job just raising them. Yeah, his shirt was a roofing company. If he owns a roofing company doing roofing for mansions, you can damn well bet he makes a ton of money. As an introvert and an only child, this sounds like hell. As an introvert and oldest of 5, yes, I concur.
this comment by Berger, I think, is exactly how I've been feeling. I'm fine with what they're doing, to be honest, as long as they can afford it. But I just feel bad for the teenagers who get little to no privacy. That's exactly how I feel.
That's my whole sentiment too.
Yeah.
So
So
I think good job, Burger. You summed up the whole video
Thank you.
in a single sentence.
yeah.
Appreciate you.
Thanks.
I think that's gonna do
Yeah.
it for this video. What do you think?
I think that's a good one to end on.
That was a good video.
He didn't get all hot and sweaty.
I'm very hot.
He's
I'm very
okay.
sweaty right now.
Well, he didn't make himself hot and sweaty by ranting and raving about my favorite TV show.
Yeah.
If you don't get that reference.
Go watch the other one and agree with me.
And no, don't agree with him because he's wrong.
All right. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. We will see you in the next one. Make sure you like and subscribe. Smash that like button. Like that smash button. Tickle that subscribe button until it giggles.
No.
And we'll see you in the next one.
You hated that.